To start the video, I will give a warning that there will be talk about vast amounts of bodily fluids slash waste slash human feces. So, you have been warned. In the wondrous world of wars, weapons, traps, death, there are many weird or interesting situations. Hey, it's Asa, and today I will be showing you the wondrous world of wars and sh. Just a note here, for the rest of the video I will be referring to as ship, as that will vastly reduce the amount of beep sound effects I have to add into the video. Now, why am I suddenly talking about the weaponization of ship throughout history? Well, you have my English teacher to blame, who gave me The Things They Carry by Tim O'Brien as a book to do a project on, in which there is a character who, I kid you not, drowns in a lake of ship. I'm not joking about that. That happens. Now, I wasn't able to actually find any real-world examples of soldiers drowning in ship, but apparently it happens to dairy farmers like a lot. This is worryingly common. Now, when I first read how he died in the book, the first thing I thought was, man, that's a really shippy way to die. But in what other ways has the human mind been able to weaponize the most abundant material on Earth? Ship. Now, with all that out of the way, welcome to the wondrous world of war and sh. Now, as I mentioned before, no soldiers actually drowned in a pool of human feces, which is very good. However, that doesn't mean that feces weren't weaponized in the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War is notorious for guerrilla warfare, soldiers in tank tops and cargo shorts fighting the trees, and booby traps. One of the most common booby traps was the spike pit trap. However, sometimes the spikes just didn't get the job done all the way. Luckily, the geniuses in the Viet Cong had an excellent idea: to coat the bamboo spikes with human excrement. Yep. Good job, guys. You did it. Now, not only would they get stabbed and have a lot of pain, but also their wounds would get infected, meaning that if they weren't dead, they may as well have been. Now, back in 2017 in Venezuela, groups of activists who were protesting against President Maduro over various reasons that I will not be getting into. However, many people in Venezuela are poor and can't really afford those fancy Molotov cocktails. So they thought of the brilliant idea of the Pupatov cocktail. That's the most interesting thing I might have ever said in my life, but let's continue. Now, although the Pupatov cocktail was far, far less effective than its counterpart over in Russia, it was fairly effective in the sense that instead of mass fiery destruction, it would cause mass nausea and destruction of the nose. Alright, let me set the stage for this next story. It's Thailand. In 1893, the French occupying troops had a massive craving for an omelet for breakfast. Sadly, they didn't have a chicken coop to raise any chickens to make eggs. Luckily, for those brave French heroes, they just so happened to be building a prison for those naughty native fighters who keep trying to kill them for some reason. Definitely not because they're taking all of their land and using them for forced labor. That couldn't be it. They're French people are so kind. And so, the bright ideas of the French troops decided, you know what? I want some eggs for breakfast, and rotisserie chicken's pretty good. Let's just build a chicken coop on top of a prison. And that's how it was made. Now, don't try and find my sources for this, as trust me, they're very valid and definitely not made up at all. This prison seemed to be extremely effective. The chickens would first ship into the cells, and when the poop fell into the pores of human skin, it would react with the water in their body to form ammonium hydroxide. a chemical that burns the throat, nose, and respiratory tract. So prisoners who were exposed to the chicken poop for a long time would experience headaches, nausea, imitation, and in some cases, even depression. I mean, who wouldn't? You've been pooped on by chickens for months at a time. And now your throat is burning from the sheer amount of chicken poop that you've breathed in. And this is truly, truly a devastating use of, guess what? Chicken butt. There's truly some amazing ways the human mind have weaponized one of the most abundant resources on Earth, from poison traps to ship-loaded bombs and even ship-stained prison torture. This proves that the human mind will always be able to find any resource and look at it and go, how can I kill people with this? We are truly, truly a work of art. So the next time you have some explosive diarrhea in your toilet, remember those brave, brave souls who have lost their lives to one of man's most devastating weapons. Rest in peace.
What does it mean to be happy? 'Cause it looks like we all don't know. Glass half full or empty. Man, we just putting on the show.